Hi everyone, hi family, how are we all doing today? Today I'm going to be talking about positive qualities that we have after narcissistic abuse. So these are all the strengths that we have obtained along the way after dealing with those creatures. Number one is discernment. When we speak to different types of people, we may not know instantly that they're a narcissist, but we do know something's not right with this person. Something in our spirit tells us that this person's spirit is off. Whereas before, we'd probably listen to their words and not really look at their actions. Now we kind of, if someone's smiling in our face, we're not going to take it as, oh, they like us. Now we're thinking, if you're fresh out of the relationship, you will be hypersensitive. I thought I was just surrounded by narcissists. I thought everyone who was toxic was a narcissist, which is not the case. However, now we're able to tell, okay, that relationship's toxic, that doesn't seem right, this doesn't feel right, and we kind of take a step back now. So now that we've dealt with a narcissist, that could be a family member or a boss, but now that we have dealt with them, let's just say your partner was a narcissist. Now in your friendship group, you can now spot the different types of toxic people in your friendship where you didn't see that before. You thought that was normal because obviously you was dealing with the narcissist. Once you realise that they are narcissists, you might see a whole bunch of different other family members that are narcissists too, or they might be enablers or flying monkeys. Now you can tell the difference. Now you pull back a bit. You don't really give your all unless you know 100% that this person is not toxic. Number two, patience. Especially if you've dealt with the narcissist for like years and they've given you these false promises and they future faked and they said, wait until I get my new job before I buy you whatever it is. You waited. Wait until this. You waited. You actually are now a very patient person. Now you can actually use these qualities for building a business, for raising a child. You were patient with a narcissist, and now you have strengths within you to do other things, which is actually a very powerful thing. Number three, resilience. If you have come out of that relationship and you're not in a mental home and you're not running around crazy and you're not pulling your hair out and you're not fighting and arguing with the narcissist and you're not being in denial and going back and forth, you're actually a very resilient person. If you can wake up in the morning and still do basic things such as cooking and cleaning for yourself, and you're not in bed depressed about your life and what's happened, you are a resilient person. You might have felt like you were weak before, but after dealing with these type of people, you're not weak. You're definitely not weak. For you to bounce back and smile and try and work on being happy, you are a resilient person. Don't let anyone tell you different. Number four, cutting off toxic people. Like after you go no contact or you cut off the narcissist, grey rock, whatever, low contact, it's so easy to cut off everybody else. For example, if you've cut off a narcissistic sibling or a parent, you can cut off a partner like that. You can cut off a friend like that. You can switch jobs like that. If you've dealt with, and I feel like dealing with a family member who's narcissistic, especially a parent, if you've had to deal with that and you've bounced back from that, toxic people, they hate you now. They can't be anywhere, they can't be near you because you know their game straight off. Okay, my mum does that. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Bye-bye. Block, delete, no contact, and you mean it, and there's no unblocking. There's no. Number five, setting boundaries. I found this so difficult. I didn't want to make anybody think that I'm a bitch. I didn't want anyone to think I'm a diva or anyone to think that I think I'm too nice. But setting boundaries is not about what other people think. Setting boundaries is about protecting yourself. If you're not going to protect yourself, who will? For example, if you know after 9 o'clock that's your time, you don't want no phone calls, nobody bothering you at that time or after that time until the next morning. By you setting the boundary to yourself by, turning off your phone after 9 o'clock or not answering any calls after 9 o'clock, that is a very big step in in the right direction, because you're setting boundaries for yourself. You're giving yourself that self-discipline. So once you do that, you can set all types of boundaries. For example, in your relationship, when you're first dating, let's just say, you can say to the person, this is what I won't tolerate. You've told them the first time, they've crossed that boundary, you don't talk to them, you cut them off. That's setting a boundary for yourself. So now that person knows, oh, they are a man of their word or a woman of their word. They told me, don't do this. I did it anyway, and she cut me off. If they're toxic, they're going to run. They're not going to be like, okay, you know what? This was the first test, and she's not having it. Number 6, being fearless of being alone. Now, after breaking up the narcissist, I was very fearful about being alone. Like, who would want to be with me? I'm now a single mother. I'm now this, I'm now that, right? I was looking at all the negative parts of me at that particular moment. The narcissist would say to me, nobody wants to be with a single mum. People look down on single mums. Well, that's not a good thing, so better that you stay with your child's father, right? I will take that risk. I will risk being by myself as long as I'm not being abused by you. Like, I just can't. I'd rather be by myself. And then after being alone, being single, I actually really started to enjoy being alone. And it got to a point where I wanted to be single. I loved it. I liked having my own time to myself, going out when I want to, doing the things when I want to. You know, I would take myself out on dates. I actually got to a point where I wanted to push myself, and I took myself out clubbing by myself, which is very dangerous for a woman. I took myself out for dinner. I paid for my feet and my hands to get done. I paid for my head to get done. I started buying myself flowers, and I was literally treating myself the way I was treating the narcissist. And it got to a point, I was loving it. The guys I was dating before, I was cutting them off like that. Anything, any nonsense, I'm cutting you off. If you're single and you're happy being single, you will find somebody, but you have to get to that point first. Number 7, you don't enable behavior. Now, when I hear about a narcissistic family member doing this or doing that, before I'll be like, yeah, that's just who they are. Now I'm like, they need therapy. They need to not come and talk to me. Now I love from a distance. Unless they're going to change, we can't be in a friendship or relationship. Do you understand? I'm not enabling that behavior. Just because you've gone through something in life doesn't make it okay for you to treat people like garbage. Number 8, ownership of your issues. You now understand, after being with the narcissist, that you have rejection issues, abandonment issues, and that this stemmed from maybe being bullied as a child. Maybe one of your parents left you or couldn't look after you. Maybe you was brought up in a care home. You understand what had happened to you as a child, and you're working on the root of that. You're focusing more on, okay, this is what happened to me as a child. Let me go into it. So it's less about the narcissist that came into your life and made it a mess, and more about you and how you even got to this point where this person was even able to get into your life, how they were able to treat you this way without you leaving sooner. And number 9, wisdom after narcissistic abuse. You guys are so wise on this topic. You guys are so smart. Like, I'm literally like thinking to myself, you guys are, some of the stuff that you guys say in the comment sections below about your knowledge on this, it just blows my mind. Through experience, we've all experienced different things, whether that's family members, partners, co-workers. We've all experienced something very toxic, and the way we see things is similar, but the way we word it is different. This is why I actually love this community, and I'm so happy that this community is actually growing day by day, because the new subscribers that come in and add their comments in the comment section, and the way that they view things and the way they simplify my videos in like literally a couple of sentences, I'm like, that's what I meant, but I couldn't say it because it's the way that I say things. But you're so wise after being with the narcissist that if you meet another one, you may not clock straight away, but you're like, ha, you are trying to, you know, whatever it is they're trying to do. And you're like, yeah, no, I'm not tolerating that. They don't have to be a narcissist, but I'm not tolerating that. I want to hear the positive qualities that you have required after narcissistic abuse. If you want to join the community, just press that subscribe button and leave a comment in the comment section below, because we are actually having conversations in the comment sections below about our experiences. If you do like this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you for my next video.